literally just got myself a freaking cute little fanny pack for the first time. I can be a traveling tarot reader, okay? If I ever see somebody looking lost on the street, I will just be like, you need a card? Now that will be 20 bucks. I'm just kidding, you guys. It will be 40 instead. In a few days, I'm going to ride on an airplane for the first time, and I'm so freaking scared. Am I gonna be okay on this airplane? Oh no, you guys, if I don't see you this time next week, just know I love you. Hey guys, my name is Cameron, and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today we are going to be finding out what assumptions do people make about you when they see you, when they meet you. So if that sounds as amazing to you as it does to me, then let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks today, okay? So here are your group picks today. So for group number 1, we have this gorgeous Mystic Rapture card. For group number 2, we have the amazing Sea Priestess making a splash today. And then for group number 3, last but not least, we have the spicy Queen of Roses. Okay? So guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very big deep breath in. And now I want you to let it out. And now I want you to please close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about what assumptions people make about you when they see you, when they meet you, when you first walk into a room. What do people think about you? Okay? So whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes, and whichever card your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, if you feel called to more than one card here, then definitely feel free to check out those extra messages as well. And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, friends, okay? Hello, group 1! So if you chose this gorgeous Mystic Rapture card, then hey, hello, my gorgeous little butterflies, and thank you for stopping on by. So guys, before we start talking about the tarot side of this reading today, we are really quickly going to talk about this card, okay? So for you guys to choose the Mystic Rapture right away, I am just beyond excited for you, because this is such a bougie and amazing card to receive. Because whenever it's talking about you, like right away, I just feel like when people see you, when people meet you, when you walk into a room, people are instantly just captured by you, by your beauty, by your just overall energy that you have. I just feel like people feel just very drawn to you, very magnetized towards you. And I can't even like pinpoint what exactly it is about you that catches people's eyes or that makes people just want to come up and talk to you. I'm just getting this idea here that at the end of the day, you could be very beautiful. You could be very beautiful. But if you're watching this, maybe you're not Angelina Jolie. Maybe you're not like Brad Pitt or whatever. Maybe you're not this perfect human being. Maybe you just look like everybody else. But you are beautiful. Like, you are so beautiful, and it's just the way that you carry yourself. It's the way that you just walk into a room and just have so much presence. I am just getting this idea that when you walk in the room, all eyes go to you because of, again, that just power, that presence that you have. So I feel like whether or not you are somebody who talks a whole lot, whether you have this huge bubbly personality, or you are more on the quieter side, more shy, I just feel like you are somebody who has a whole lot of charisma. I think that you come off as somebody who has a lot of confidence within yourself. You have a lot of love for yourself. And so, yeah, I definitely think that if you look at these candles, like right there, I think that you honestly light people up like they are candles. And I just feel like people look up to you as though you are like a leader. They look up to you as though you could just be such a powerful leader, such a powerful role model. And I do think that people are always just thinking when they see you, how do they do it? Like, how do they do that? How do they have that type of energy, that type of presence? How do they always just seem like somebody who is so confident? How do they seem like somebody who just knows who they are and loves themselves, right? So you genuinely seem like you love yourself, like you have so much confidence. You genuinely seem like you're just comfortable in your own skin. And that in and of itself just makes you so much more powerful. It makes you so much more attractive. And so I do think at the end of the day, the assumptions that people make about you is that you're just gorgeous. You're absolutely gorgeous, my beautiful group 1 folks. The assumptions they make about you is that you don't need anyone, that you don't need any man, any woman to make you happy, that you can make your own self happy. And people just feel like you're a leader, like you are out leading, and that you're going to be very successful, and that you probably are already successful, right? I feel like people look at you and they just think like, yeah, like that person right there, like they're a boss. They're a boss. Whether they know you or not, they just see you and they're like, yeah, that person's a boss, okay? So yeah, that is what I am seeing so far. You guys, did y'all see that shuffle? I don't know if the camera caught that, but that was like a really bad shuffle I made. Let's go ahead and get some extra information because I am genuinely so intrigued as to what the cards have to say about you, because you already, like, you're just so awesome. You're so awesome, group 1. I love it. So let's see what wants to come through here. For group 1, can I get some extra messages, Spirit? Ooh, okay, that one came through. Alrighty, yeah. I love that. Okay, let's see what else wants to make an appearance. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. I love that. Okay. Let's get some extra information. Yeah. Again, the cards are not lying today. They are completely on point with the messages that are coming through. And I'm so excited. I think I'm going to take that one. Beautiful. Okay, you guys, yeah, look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles for the back of the deck energy. The Ace of Pentacles, this literally talks about like new advancement. This talks about having new funds, new like moolah, new money, new treasure. And so again, like if you look at this, you can see this hand like being presented from the heavens and this like just golden, you know, golden coin coming out, coming through. And so I feel like, again, that is like the entrance that you make. Whenever you walk into a room, it's like, here I am. You have golden like coins in your hands. People just feel like you are 100 freaking bucks. When people look at you, they see you as somebody who is a treasure. And the assumption that they make about you is that you are a treasure, and you know you are a treasure, right? You know your worth, you know how amazing you are, how awesome you are, and people are just so attracted to that. They love it because, oh my gosh, like, whenever you love yourself, like that makes you like 10 times more attractive, right? Like it literally doesn't matter if you look like roadkill, okay? If you love yourself and you act like you're freaking a supermodel walking around the road, all eyes will be on you. Everybody will think that you're freaking hot and that you're freaking sexy. Now guys, I'm not saying you look like roadkill, okay? That was just, you know, word vomit that came out. I'm not saying you look like roadkill, okay? Mwah, mwah, mwah. You're beautiful. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter if you come out and you're feeling like trash and you're, like, dressed down and things like that. Like, I feel like just when people look at you, even if you're not wearing any makeup, even if you're literally wearing a trash bag, right? Even if you're literally wearing a trash bag, people will look at you and they will see you as a hot, sexy, fine thing. You know, the Spirit is sending me like a picture in my mind, and I'm seeing Daenerys Targaryen at the towards the end of season 1, whenever she did like that type of, I don't know, contest or some type of ritual. Daenerys Targaryen got pregnant, and she was supposed to eat a heart. It was like an animal's heart or something like that, and that was just supposed to show that I guess she was worthy to carry this baby for this chieftain or something like that. And after she ate that heart, she was literally covered in blood, right? She was covered in roadkill, you know what I mean? And she looked absolutely crazy. She was covered in so much blood, covered in so much guts. She had like blood coming out of her teeth, and yet it didn't matter. It didn't matter how she looked, what was going on. She still looked hot. She still looked so freaking hot, you guys. And she carried herself like she was a chieftain's wife, which she was. She carried herself like she was a freaking leader, okay? And everybody couldn't help but worship her. Everyone who saw her do that ritual, everyone who saw her like standing up saying like, this is who I am, with like the blood coming out of her mouth and the guts and everything, they were all worshiping her at her altar. They were like, yes, babe, yes, boo. And so I just feel like, again, when people look at you, the assumptions they make about you is that you are a freaking leader, you're freaking hot. It doesn't matter if you don't have any makeup on, if you're wearing a trash bag, if you are covered in roadkill. It doesn't matter. You are just freaking hot. You carry yourself like you are just so freaking amazing. And because of that, people find you to be so freaking attractive. And I honestly feel like you have so many followers. Group 1, you have so many freaking followers. You know, I'm thinking of Lady Gaga in that meat dress, okay? I think whenever Lady Gaga wore that meat dress, like, a lot of people didn't like it. But I feel like if you were to wear a meat dress, that everyone would be like, oh my gosh, where's my meat dress? I need to go and get my meat dress. I'm thinking of Regina George from Mean Girls. Whenever Lindsay Lohan cut these holes in her shirt or whatever, like it was right, like 2 little holes like in her boobage area, it looked absolutely terrible. And she was like, whatever, and she wore it. And then the next day, all the other girls, all the girls in the high school, they were also walking around with holes in their boobs, okay, where their boobs should be. And so, yeah, I just feel like you are a trendsetter. You are a trendsetter. People see you as a trendsetter. The assumptions people make are that you are very, very stylish, group 1. And so I do think that everyone, they honestly just do anything that you do, right? Anything that you do, anything that you say, people want to copy it because they feel like you are just such a trendy person. They feel like you know what's in style, and you just make the trends, and people are just out here following it, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about these other cards. So we have the 3 of Pentacles coming through. We also have the 5 of Wands. We have the 4 of Cups. And last but not least, we have the Fool. Okay, so guys, with the Fool card coming through, I believe this does represent Aquarius energy. So you could be an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. If you are, then take it as a sign that you're in the right reading today. If you're not, that's fine. This is a very general reading, so yeah, no, it's okay. If you're not that sign, it's okay. Alright? But anyways, you guys, with the 3 of Pentacles coming through, what's really catching my eye here is if you look at this, you can see these 2 people. They're talking, but it looks as though they're watching this person at work. They're watching this person do their job or whatnot, and they're talking about it, right? They're talking about what they're doing, what they're up to. And so this is kind of giving me the idea again that the assumptions people make about you is that you know exactly what you're doing, that you have a good head on your shoulders, and people just are all gossiping about you, right? They're all talking about you, about what you're doing, about what you're up to, and they're saying nothing but good things about you, okay? They're saying nothing but good things about you, group 1. And so at the end of the day, I just feel like the assumptions people make about you, especially whenever you are at work, is that you are doing everything correct. Like, I feel like you could literally be doing everything wrong, right? Like, you could literally be messing up all day long at the job, and yet people look at you, they see your amazing, you know, confidence, they see you for this charming person that you are, and they just feel like you are doing everything right. And so even if you were doing everything wrong, they wouldn't even realize it, okay? And I think that is so freaking funny. That is so freaking funny. You honestly just get by on your charm, group 1. No, I'm not saying you just get by with your charm. I'm saying you could get by with your charm. Okay, does that make sense? So, you know, I feel like even if you were really, really sucking at the job one day, you're freaking hot, you're a freaking leader, you carry yourself like you're a leader, and so it doesn't matter if you have like a really bad day, you could still get by with just how you carry yourself like a leader, with just how the fact that you just love yourself so much and you seem like somebody who knows what you're doing. Does that make sense? So anyways, guys, with the 5 of Wands coming through, this is so funny because you can see these people, they're like fighting, right? They're fighting with each other. And so another assumption that people make about you is that you have so many lovers and so many people that are fighting to get to know you better, that are fighting to be your bestie. So people just look at you and they automatically assume that you have so many lovers, so many secret admirers. They automatically assume that you have like a mile-long line of people who are waiting to take you on a date. They feel like you just have so many offers and so many people that are into you, okay? And people also feel like with the 4 of Cups coming through that they don't have a chance with you at all, because if you look at this, you can see this cup being presented to this person, and yet this person is just not even looking. They don't even see it, right? And so people feel like if they were to offer you their cup, if they were to ask you out on a date, that you wouldn't even see them because of the fact that you already have so many other people that are into you, so many other lovers who are, you know, trying to get to know you better and all that jazz. And so people at the end of the day just feel like they wouldn't have a shot in heck to be able to take you out on a date, to be able to get to know you better, because you just already have so many people that are into you, okay? And then last but not least, with the Fool card coming through, I love this for you guys, because the Fool card, this talks about somebody who is bravely going into the unknown, taking a step into the unknown, and yet they are not afraid of what the unknown future has to bring. Instead, they are excited about it, and they have the utmost confidence that everything is going to be okay. So again, that is just representing the way that people see you. You know, they see you as somebody who is very, very confident and maybe even very positive as well. I think that they view you as a very positive person, and they just view you as somebody who, even if you are having a completely change of plans, like even if a wrench is thrown into your life, even if you get some curveballs, they see you as somebody who can handle all of those curveballs, all of those wrenches, and as somebody who can, you know, go off into this new journey, into this new unknown, and they feel like everything will be okay with you because of the fact that you are just, you seem so confident and you seem like just everything will be okay, right? Does that make sense? So yeah, that's really cool. People honestly really look up to you, Group 1. They just wish that they could have the type of confidence that you have. They wish that they could have the type of positivity you exude. They just wish that they could, sorry you guys, like a big chunk of cards came out, I'm gonna put that back, but they just wish that they could just be like you, right? Again, you just have so many freaking followers. You have so many freaking followers, Group 1, and I think that that is so freaking awesome to see here. So guys, first of all, we have spiritual cleansing coming through. We have the Scribe, and it says right here, preserving knowledge and information. And then last but not least, we have Daisy and the Dandelion. So guys, first of all, with spiritual cleansing coming through, this is again kind of just corresponding and further clarifying with the Fool card here, because again, it doesn't matter what curveball, what wrench is thrown in your path, you are always able to like cleanse yourself, and instead of being very negative, instead of being very upset, you are always able to find a reason to smile and to find a reason to be very hopeful about the future. So again, the assumptions people make about you, again, are as follows. You're very positive. You know, you are somebody who people see as like wearing those rose-colored glasses, and people just feel like no matter what you go through, everything will be okay because of your attitude. And I think that people really like the attitude that you have. They just love how positive you are, and people wish they could be as positive as you. Now guys, with the Scribe coming through, this is giving me the idea that people also look at you as somebody who is, how should I put this? They see you as a student. they see you as a student, as somebody who is constantly learning. And so I think that that's very interesting. So like I was saying before, people also look at you as a leader. They look at you as somebody who would make a very powerful person to follow, right? They see you as a boss. But at the same time, they also see you as a student. They see you as somebody who is always constantly learning and open to learning, right? And so I think that that's very beautiful to see. So I honestly feel like people look at you and they make this assumption that no matter how big you get, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how many followers you have, and no matter how successful you get, they feel like you will always be somebody who is down to earth. They feel like you will always be somebody who is very humble, and you'll always remember where you came from. And so I think that people like that about you. They find that to be very refreshing. They feel like you are somebody who will never get too big for your boots, right? And so I think that they really like that about you. They really like that. They think that that's really, really cool, that no matter how powerful you get, you can still remember where you come from. You still remember your roots, and you're still very nice and kind to everyone. So that's really nice to see here. That's really sweet, honestly. And then with Daisy and the Dandelion card, if you look at this girl, she looks like a little girl, right? She is a little girl, and she's playing with this cute little lion. So first of all, guys, people could see you as somebody who is like an animal person. Maybe you are somebody who like walks around with your animal all the time. Maybe you have like a therapy animal. Is that the right word? A therapy animal? But maybe you don't, but you just seem like somebody who could definitely have an affinity for animals. You seem like somebody who really likes animals, so that is definitely like an assumption people make about you. But I'm also getting the idea here, again, that there's honestly this childlike energy from you. And I know I haven't mentioned that before, but that was kind of the energy that I was picking up on from the Fool here. I just didn't really talk about it before. But now that I see this card, I'm going to talk about it more with you. So the Fool card, this is synonymous with having a childlike sense of wonder. This is synonymous with, again, being somebody who is very, very positive. And so this talks about somebody who is always able to see the magic in the world. They are always able to see the magic in other people. And so I feel like no matter how old you get, no matter how old you are, you will always have this childlike sense of wonder, this childlike sense of joy and innocence. And so I just think at the end of the day, when people look at you, when they meet you, when they talk to you, they just make this assumption that it doesn't matter how old you get. It's almost like you are timeless. It's almost like you're Peter Pan, and it doesn't matter how old or how wise you are, you will still have this like childlike energy about you. There will still be something about you that never grows old. And so I do think that people really enjoy that. They love that about you, because at the end of the day, they see you as somebody who can be a boss, who can be a leader, but they also see you as somebody who can let your hair down and have fun and play like a child, right? You're still able to have a good time. And so you just have this all around really great energy, right? This really great energy. And so people just really like that about you, how they can get the boss whenever they need the boss, right? But they can also get the child. They can also get the partier when they want the partier, right? They just feel like you are the full package, and you just have so many people that want to be with you and that want to date you and that are actually very interested in you. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people won't tell you that they like you and that they're interested in you, because again, they feel like you already have a lot of people that are into you. They feel like they don't have a chance with you. So definitely think about that. If you like somebody, I would definitely tell you to go and tell them that you like them, because I just feel like a lot of these people, like, they just feel like they don't have a chance at all with you, and so they won't even try with you, right? They may just be your friend and that's it, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. But anyways, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah! Bye, guys. Hello, group 2. So you chose this gorgeous Sea Priestess card. Then, hey, hello, my gorgeous little butterflies. And thank you for fluttering onto this reading. So, guys, before we get into the tarot portion of this video today, we are gonna start talking about this card, okay? So, first of all, if you pull the Sea Priestess card, I feel like when people first look at you, when they first meet you, they see you as somebody who is very compassionate, and they see you as somebody who has this very soft, like motherly type of energy, and they just assume that you are somebody who will always have nothing but kind words to say. They assume that you are somebody who they can always come up to for advice, and they assume that you wouldn't judge them, right? And people just always assume that you are just somebody who will always just be so freaking loving. And so I definitely think that people really like that about you. I feel like people right away feel very comfortable around you when they first meet you. You know, even if you're a stranger, even if they don't know you that well, they just feel like you are somebody who they can trust. They get this very like trusting type of energy from you. Now, I also want to say that I am picking up on a lot of water energy from this card. So you could be a water sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. If you are, then definitely take it as a sign that you're in the right reading today. If you're not, that's okay. This could just be representing the vibes, again, that you give off to people. And the vibes that you give off, my beautiful group 2, is the fact that, again, you're just so deeply compassionate, so deeply loving, and people just feel like they can tell you anything, okay? They feel like they can tell you anything, and I just think that that is so freaking fabulous to see. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this right here, and let's see what else wants to come through. Oh, I do want to say, this woman right here, she does have like a ton of gorgeous, beautiful hair. So for some of you guys, you could have some really long, luscious hair as well. If you don't have really long, luscious hair, then I just think that you have really, really pretty hair. Whether it's short or not, like whatever it is, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And I do feel like when people first meet you, they just assume that you must have like a really awesome barber or a really awesome hairstylist, right? They just assume that, I don't know, that you have someone in the wings that is constantly doing your hair and helping you keep up with your hair, because your hair, I feel like it's just really, really beautiful, and that's definitely something that people really see and look at and are drawn to whenever they first see you, okay? So, yeah, I feel like people honestly, like, whenever they see you, they just feel like you probably have really soft hair, and they really just want to stroke your hair, okay? I know that's kind of weird, but people just really want to touch your hair, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about the other cards that are coming through here. Wow, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Let's see what else wants to make an appearance. What assumptions do people make about them? Okay. Now, first of all, you guys. Ooh, interesting. For the back of the deck energy, we have the Ten of Swords coming through. Now, I'm gonna, oh, wow! Okay, look, we have the Ten of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Wands for the back of the deck energy. And it came through after that, okay? So I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put this to the side. And I'm gonna talk about that very, very soon. But I do want to talk to you guys about these other cards that are coming through. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Nine of Cups. And last but not least, we have the Eight of Swords coming through. Okay, you guys, so this is very, very, very interesting. So I feel like when people first meet you, whenever they first talk to you, as of right now, whenever you find yourself at this reading, it doesn't matter if you find this whenever I first posted it, right? Or a year or two from now, this is a timeless reading. But I feel like whenever you come to this reading, that you are going to be going through some type of ending within your life. This could be talking about the ending to a job. This could be talking about an ending to a relationship, an ending to a friendship, right? This could just be talking about an ending to some sort of thing that you have been doing within your life, some way of life, right? And I think that when people look at you, people first assume like, wow, they're going through this ending, so they must be going through a very hard time. They must be feeling very stuck. They must be feeling very scared, very nervous about what the future has to bring. And I feel like that is what people first think whenever they see you, whenever they meet you. But as they start to talk to you, as they start to get to know you better, they start to realize that you're okay, right? You're completely fine. They realize that you are somebody with this Ace of Wands card. You just always have like this spark about you, this glow. You have this beautiful way that you look at the world. Like it's like you always are just wearing these rose-colored glasses, okay? And it doesn't matter if somebody smashed your rose-colored glasses. It doesn't matter if you are going through a really hard time. You are still going to be putting on your rose-colored glasses. You're going to be cleaning them up, you know, maybe fixing the glass because they were shattered, and then you're going to put them back on. And you are going to look at the world and you're going to find a reason to smile. Even whenever other people wouldn't even blame you for being upset, you will still be happy. And you will still be excited about what is next going forward here. It's almost like whenever you go through these endings within your life, you are able to realize that these endings, like you could look at it and see it as an ending. You could look at it and see it as a sad thing, as a tragedy. Or you could look at it and see it as a new beginning, as something to be excited about, right? Because now that you are going through this ending in this relationship, in this job, in this way of life, in this friendship, you are now able to open up a new way of life. You're able to find a new door, and you are able to do something completely different and something so exciting, right? And so I do think that people, whenever they see that side to you, they just find that to be so amazing. They find that to be so incredible. And I just feel like people are so attracted to that. They're so attracted to the way that you just have so much confidence and so much excitement for what is coming ahead for you. Right? So let's go ahead and talk about these other cards. So guys, we have the Knight of Wands coming through, and first of all, the Knight of Wands, this does talk about fire signs. So by chance you could be a fire sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So guys, I really do think when people first meet you, when people first like see you, okay, when they first see you, they get this water energy from you. And again, water energy, I didn't really talk about it before, but that talks about somebody who is just very loving, very soft, very sweet, maybe even a little bit quiet, right? Maybe even a little bit on the shyer side, okay? But to get this Knight of Wands energy, I feel like after people come up to you and start actually talking to you and hearing the things that you have to say, conversing with you, that is when they very quickly see that you're not all just soft and sweet and loving. You are also very fiery. You're also very passionate. You are very bold and courageous. And so people, whenever they get to know you better, the assumptions that they make about you is that you are just so freaking bold. They just have these assumptions that you follow your heart, and it doesn't matter if your heart is telling you to go to these scary unknown places. It doesn't matter if your heart is telling you to do something absolutely crazy. You are bold enough to do it. You are crazy enough to do it, right? So people kind of just assume that you're a firecracker group too. You're a little crazy. You're a little crazy, and people love it, right? You're crazy because you just don't just put yourself in a box like other people. You don't try to fit into what society tells you should do, right? You're just doing your own thing, following your own heart, and seeing where it leads you, right? And you always just have such a positive attitude about wherever you're going, right? It doesn't matter if you don't know what to expect. It doesn't matter if you get some curveballs along the way. You will still be super excited and super hopeful about what is lying ahead of you. And so people really just like that. They like that about you so much. With the Page of Pentacles coming through, this talks about starting a new job. This talks about just doing something new. So I feel like when people look at you, when they meet you, they have this assumption that you must be somebody who has a lot of like side gigs or something. Like, I'm kind of getting this idea that people just look at you as like a young entrepreneur. They look at you as somebody who always has something like in the sidelines, something in the background, right? They just see you as somebody who, again, is like an entrepreneur. They assume that you are going to be very, very successful. Whether or not you're super successful when they first meet you, they see you as somebody who is going to just do so many amazing things. And so I just feel like even if you come up to somebody and you start talking to them and you tell them like, hey, yeah, I'm a school teacher, or, you know, I am a massage therapist, I just feel like people hear that and they're like, okay, but they're just thinking in the back of their mind that you must have some other jobs going on, that you must have your hand in some other cookie jars, you must be doing something else, because they just feel like you are somebody who is just like an entrepreneur, right? They feel like you are somebody who is, just very, they feel like you have the power to do some amazing stuff, right? You have the power to do some amazing things within your life, and so they wouldn't doubt for a second that you have like a YouTube career. They wouldn't doubt for a second that you have a thriving side gig or Etsy shop going on, right? They just feel like you are somebody who is going to be very, very successful. So yeah, that is the type of assumption that they make about you. Now, we also have the Nine of Cups coming through. And the Nine of Cups, this literally talks about just living a very pleasurable life. This talks about doing what makes you happy and doing what brings you a sense of joy. So again, people just feel like you're always just following your heart and allowing it to lead you to where it's meant to lead you, right? Guys, just so you know, my brother, I think, is downstairs taking a bath right now, and if you can hear that, if you can hear the bath water running downstairs, I'm so sorry. Please, let's just keep on going. Let's just keep on going. Let's keep on vibing. Let's let my brother enjoy his bath, and let's let us enjoy this reading, okay? So let's see what else wants to come through. Also, guys, this card talks about wishes coming true as well. So I do think that people just look at you and they see you as somebody who is a wish come true. I think that people see you as somebody who is like their dream person, and people are just genuinely wishing and praying and hoping that they can get to know you better. So I do think that you have a lot of like secret admirers. You have a lot of people that are attracted to you, that are into you. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else wants to come through here. Let's see what else wants to make an appearance. Okay, you guys. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. So first of all, guys, we have good fortune coming through with the bats. We have slave, and it says right here, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. And then we also have dreaming days. So again, you guys, people again just assume that you are somebody who is always following your heart. They assume that you are a dreamer. You are a dreamer. But on the other hand, you are also a doer. They feel like you are somebody who can have all these amazing dreams and have all these wishful thoughts, but instead of just staying there and like staying in one place and just dreaming about all the things you want to accomplish one day, instead they assume that you are already accomplishing those things. They just see you as somebody, again, who is going to be very, very successful. They see you as somebody who has your hands in so many different cookie jars. So, you know, if you are somebody who, you know, talks about how you want to have a YouTube career or something like that, people just automatically assume that you're already taking steps to have that YouTube career, right? Now with good fortune coming through, they also feel like you are somebody who is just very lucky. Honestly, they assume that you're a very lucky person, and I think the reason why they feel like you're very lucky is because you carry yourself as though you have all the luck in the world, right? Like, you carry yourself as though everything is going to be okay, and so they just feel like everything will be okay with you. They feel like you must be a very lucky person for you to just have complete faith and complete trust in the path that is lying ahead of you, to have complete faith and complete trust in this job that you're going after, to have complete faith and complete trust in this new beginning that is lying ahead of you, right? After you went through this ending. So, yeah, at the end of the day, people just, again, assume that you're a very happy-go-lucky person, that you're a very positive person, and that you are somebody who just has complete faith that everything will be okay. And I think that people really, really like that about you. So, yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 3. So you chose this spicy Queen of Roses card today. Then, hey, hello, my gorgeous little butterflies, and thank you for fluttering on to this reading today. So, guys, before we get into the fabulous tarot portion of this reading, we are first going to start talking about this card that I pulled for you today. So, guys, first of all, with the Queen of Roses card coming through, this does make me think about air signs. So, you could be an air sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. So, I am talking about our gorgeous Libras, Geminis, Aquariuses. Okay, so if you are one of those signs, then definitely take it as a sign that you are in the right reading today. If you're not, that's completely fine. This could just be talking about the vibes that people get from you whenever they first meet you, whenever they first see you, boo. Okay, so guys, honestly, this card is so interesting to me. It is so interesting, and also it's kind of funny. Now, whenever I first saw this, I was thinking of the fact that you can look at a rose, but you can't touch it, right? Like, you've got to be very careful whenever you're handling a rose, because a rose has thorns, baby, right? A rose has thorns, and it freaking hurts if you get stabbed with a thorn, right? And so I'm getting this idea that when people first meet you, when they first see you, the assumption that they make about you is that they need to handle you with caution. They need to continue with caution. They just assume that you are somebody who could honestly hurt them, okay? And I honestly feel like people are very intimidated by you whenever they first meet you. Like, I don't know what it is about you, Group 3, but there is something about you that is kind of scary. Okay, there's something very, very scary about you. Now, I'm also getting this idea that you could carry yourself with a bit of RBF going on. You may be somebody who always has like a resting bee face going on. And people just look at you and they see you like looking like that. You know what I mean? Looking like that, looking kind of angry, looking kind of mad, looking kind of serious, and people are like, oh my gosh, like, I need to continue with caution when I'm around them. Like, that person there just looks like they have a warning label on, okay? And so people are just kind of scared by you, Group 3, and I just find that to be so interesting. But I do want to say here that because you are a rose, you're very pretty to look at, you're very beautiful, and roses also smell really good as well. So I definitely think you could smell good too, but people just assume that you're just this beautiful, beautiful thing, and that you're nice to look at, but they've got to be very careful around you. Because there's also this idea here where people just feel like they could get hurt by you, especially in matters of love, right? I think that people look at you as somebody who probably has a lot of secret admirers, a lot of people that like you, and they see you as somebody who could, like, play with their heart or hurt them, right? Like, maybe they feel like if you did start dating them, if they got lucky enough to date you, that you might lose interest in them because you are just so beautiful, and maybe they feel like you would just see think that they're not good enough for you, because I honestly feel like people just feel like they're not good enough for you. People feel insuperior whenever they are next to you. I honestly just feel like when people are around you, they feel as though you are like a Victoria's Secret angel and they're just, you know, an everyday Joe, right, on the road, on the street. They just see you as somebody who is this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous thing, and they see themselves as somebody who needs to be very cautious around you because, you know, you could hurt them. You could definitely hurt them. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you do have a lot of romantic interests, or you have a lot of people who are romantically interested in you, but all these people assume that they need to handle you with care, and I think that they also assume that you may have, like, a very spicy temper, right? They feel like you could be quite temperamental, and that if they were to get you angry, that you could go off on them and hurt them, okay? That is just what I'm seeing. That is what Spirit's telling me, okay? You could be the sweetest person in the world, Group 3. I'm not saying that you're not, but I just feel like when people look at you, they feel like you are spicy. They feel like you are very, very spicy. I'm kind of getting that, like, Latina spice, okay? So for some of you that are watching this, for a lot of you guys, you could be Latina. You could have that Latina attitude going on, which I freaking love and freaking adore. I wish that I was Latina because, you know, guys, I honestly, like, I'm just so nice. Like, I'm so nice to everyone. I don't like to hurt people's feelings. So I wish that I could have that Latina flair. Like, I wish that I could have the guts to go off on someone and to, you know, say something to them and be just completely honest with my feelings to them without having to worry that I might hurt them, or without having to worry that I might hurt their feelings or whatever, right? So I wish that I were like you guys. But yeah, so that is what I'm seeing so far. Let's go ahead and get some extra information here for Group 3. Can we get some extra messages, please? Can we get some extra messages, please? What assumptions do people make about my Group 3 folks when they first meet them? Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's really cute. Ah! All right, guys, did you see that? Did you see that? That was like, that came out like really like hard. So again, like, I feel like people, they just feel like you're very tough, okay? They feel like you are very, very tough and hard as nails, honestly. And the assumptions that they make about you is that they need to watch what they say around you. They need to watch what they say because they know that you are somebody who will always defend yourself and you will always defend other people as well, okay? So, yeah, they definitely know, again, they've got to handle you with care. They've got to be very careful because if they step out of line, you will put them back in that line like no one else's business, okay? You are not afraid to go off and say whatever is on your mind. You're very, very honest to a fault, and what you see is what you get, so I think that's really cool. Now, guys, for the back of the deck energy, we have the King of Pentacles coming through, which we love because the King of Pentacles is a boss freaking babe. This is somebody who is very hardworking, very ambitious, very determined to succeed, and they are somebody who is very, very successful. So I do think that people assume that you are a boss babe right off the bat. They look at you and they see you as somebody who, even if you're not successful whenever they first meet you, they feel like you're going to be very successful because they just see you as somebody who is very determined. They see you as somebody who is very ambitious, and so they just assume that you are going to make so much of yourself, right? They assume that you, even if you're not a boss yet, one day you will be a boss, okay? So let's talk about these other cards. So you guys, so we have the 7 of Wands coming through. We also have the 9 of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups, which is very beautiful. And last but not least, we have Judgment. So, again, guys, with Judgment, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be mean. I don't want this to sound mean. But with the Judgment card coming through, this just makes me think about somebody passing judgment. Okay, this makes me think about somebody who could be a little judgmental, okay, a little judgy. And so I just feel like, again, when people look at you, you must have like a resting bee face. Group 3, you really must have a resting bee face. Because I just feel like people look at you and they see you as somebody who, you will just say whatever is on your mind, and you will tell people exactly what you think about them. And so people just feel like whenever they see you, whenever they meet you, they assume that you might be quite judgy. Okay, they feel like you're gonna judge them. Okay, they just feel like you're gonna judge them, and so people just feel like they have to be on their toes around you. They have to be very careful about what they say about you, or about what they say to you, because they don't want you to judge them, right? They don't want you to judge them. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing there with that. I'm also getting the idea here, this little angel guy, he's like playing an instrument, so they could also assume for some reason or another that you are very musically inclined. They could definitely feel like you have a very pretty voice, or like a pretty, they just feel like you could be very talented and play an instrument very prettily, but also, like I said, a pretty voice. People could also really admire your voice. They could feel like your voice is very nice. You could have a very like nice even tone to your voice, but yeah, that is what I'm seeing right there. With the Seven of Wands coming through, this is absolutely gorgeous because, again, this literally talks about just working very, very hard. This talks about fighting and fighting and fighting, right? Fighting for your life, fighting for your passions, fighting for your joys, fighting for what you want. And so, again, people just feel like you are somebody who is so determined to succeed. I think that people assume, the assumptions that they make about you is that you are going to be so successful because you don't take no for an answer, right? They see you as somebody who has all these amazing dreams, which is being represented with the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups does talk about dreams. It talks about wishes coming true. They see you as somebody who has these dreams, who has this like beautiful like idea for your life, and they see you as somebody who will go after it no matter what, and they assume that for you, anything is possible. For you, there's no impossibilities, because you make the impossible possible because of just how freaking stubborn you are, because of how determined you are. So yeah, people look at you, they meet you, and the assumptions they make about you is, yeah, you might be a little scary, you might be a little intimidating, you might even be just a tiny little bit judgy, but they feel like you are going to be so successful. They feel like you are going to get everything you want out of this life. And I think that even though they may be scary, on one hand, they might be scared of you, right? They might be scared of you. But on the other hand, they very much so respect you. They respect the grind. They respect how much of a hard worker you are. And I think that honestly, people look up to you. They look up to you. And they just find that to be just so incredible. They really, really just find that to be so amazing, how you just keep on going after what you want to go after here, and you don't let anything get in your way, right? So let's see what else wants to come through here. Let's see what else wants to come through here for group 3, Spirit, for group 3. Alrighty. Oh gosh, guys, we have 2 cards coming through. Okay, yeah. So guys, first of all, we have fertility, and I do think that this fertility card is representing how you're just very, very attractive. You're really, really hot, and I feel like when people look at you, they're always thinking about what it would be like, especially to like have your babies, or they're thinking about what it would be like to have children with you, to make a life with you, right? So I definitely think people are very interested in you, right? They're very interested in you, but again, they're very scared of you, okay? With the victim card coming through, it says right here, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So I'm honestly getting the idea here that when people look at you, they must assume the reason why you could have this kind of cold exterior, the reason why you could have this resting bee face, could be the fact that maybe in the past you were victimized yourself. Maybe you were the victim of someone, right? And so people assume, because you went through this pain in your past, that is why you are the person who you are today. That is why you won't let anyone talk bad to you. That is why you won't let anybody mistreat you or say anything to you that you don't like. that is why you stand up for yourself so much, because you have been in positions where you couldn't defend yourself, or you felt like you couldn't stand up for yourself, and they feel like you just never want to be like that again, right? And so I do think that they find that to be very interesting. They find that to be very interesting, and they do just see you as somebody who is very, very layered. Okay, they view you as somebody who's a very layered person, and even a very guarded person as well. They feel like you always have your guard up. And so I think the reason why they feel like you have your guard up is, again, because you were hurt or abused or betrayed or victimized in the past. And so I definitely think that people really, they really want to get past that with you. I think that a lot of people want to work past this exterior, these boundaries you place between yourself and others, yourself and them, and they want to get to know you better. They want to see who you are whenever you don't have your guard up, right? They want you to let your guard down around them. And that is definitely what I'm seeing here with stepping away. You know, stepping away, this talks about leaving and kind of setting yourself apart from other people. And if you look at this, you can see this girl's kind of like running off into the forest and doing her own thing. And back here, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a little animal watching her, right? And so I'm kind of getting the idea that people are always watching you from afar, and they feel like you just place so many boundaries and so many guards and so much distance between yourself and other people. They feel like you set yourself apart from others, and the reason why they think that you do that is because you're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to protect your heart. So that's so interesting. You are just such a layered person, group one, because on one hand, they see you as somebody who is very hard, as somebody who's very tough. They see you as somebody who can hurt them, right? Who can hurt them with your words, with the things that you say, with how you always have like a comeback, right? But at the same time, they are able to look past those thorns that you put out, and they are able to see the soft rose of your heart, right? They're able to see that underneath it all, you are this soft person, and you are just somebody who has had a bad past, who has been hurt before, and you're just trying to protect yourself, right? And so people are just assuming, the assumption that they make about you is that there's something about you that you're not letting people see, and they want to be able to see it, right? So many people are just so curious about you. They're so curious about you, and they want to be able to learn who you are, right? That is what I'm seeing here with the nature of the beast. If you look at this like pig, he is eating from what this little girl is feeding him, right? Like he is devouring this food. And so I feel like other people, they look at you and they want to devour you. They want to devour you, and they want you to take away these boundaries and to give them pieces of yourself, pieces of your heart. They want you to open up to them. And so people are just always assuming that if they give you time, if they give you space, and they just take things slowly, that over time you will start to open up to them. You will start to be just more out in the open with your feelings. And so I do think that at the end of the day, while people are scared to talk to you, while people are scared to get close to you, I think that people are willing to get closer to you. They're just going to do it very slowly. And they're willing to do these things because they do feel like you are this just incredible, amazing person, and they want to be able to explore that side to you, right? They want to crack you open and see what you're hiding. So yeah, that is so interesting. At the end of the day, people really want to be your friend, group 3, and people also really want to be your lover. People are just so curious about you because of the fact that you are very mysterious. You're very intriguing, even though you're very honest and you say exactly what is on your mind. On the other hand, there's still so many like mysterious aspects about you that you don't let other people know because of the fact that you have these guards up between you and them, right? So yeah, people are just very, very curious about you, and I feel like whenever people meet you, whenever they see you, even after they had some long conversation about you, you leave them with more questions than answers, and people just want to figure out who you are. So yeah, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel. because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys.